All right, today we're reading about Mao Zedong. Number 1, what job was Mao Zedong trained for? 2, how many miles was a long march? 3, what does Mao Zedong rename China to? 4, industry came under ownership and China began to be organized in the communes. 5, Mao tries to modernize China and launches the. And 6, after the failure of Mao Zedong's second 5-year plan, he launches the revolution to reassert his authority. Mao Zedong. Mao Zedong was born December 26 of 1893 into a peasant family in Sichuan in central China. After training as a teacher, he traveled to Beijing, where he worked in the university library. It was during this time that he began to read communist literature. In 1921, he became a founding member of the Chinese Communist Party and set up a branch in Hanoi. In 1923, the Nationalist Party had allied with the Communists to defeat the warlords who controlled much of the northern China. Then in 1927, the nationalist leader Chiang Kai-shek launched an anti-communist purge. Mao and other communists retreated to Southeast Asia. In 1934, after the nationalists surrounded him, Mao led his followers on a long march, a 6,000-mile journey to northwest China to establish a new base. The communists and nationalists were temporarily worked together during 8 years of war with Japan, from 1937 to 1945. But shortly after the end of World War II, civil war broke out between them. The communists were victorious, and on October 1st of 1949, Mao proclaimed the founding of the People's Republic of China, PRC. Chiang Kai-shek fled to the island Taiwan. Mao and the other communist leaders set out to reshape Chinese society. Industry came under state ownership, and China's farmers began to be organized into communist collectives. All opposition was ruthlessly suppressed. The Chinese initially received significant help from the Soviet Union, but relations soon began to sour. In 1958, in an attempt to introduce a more modern Chinese form of communism, Mao launched a Great Leap Forward. This aimed at mass mobilization of labor to improve agriculture and industrial production. The result instead was a massive decline in the agricultural output, which, together with poor harvests, led to famine and deaths of millions. The policy was abandoned and Mao's position weakened. In an attempt to reassert his authority, Mao launched the Cultural Revolution in 1966. I'm going to answer those questions if you would.